Hi, today I'm going to tell you about the website development process. Either you're a web designer or you're planning to make the website for yourself or your company, or you're planning to order it from the web studio, this video will be helpful for you. It will help you to make the process more efficient, to save money and save the time. So let's go! Here is my 5 steps of website development process. Any good digital project starts with a survey, so step 1 is gathering information. You need to get more info about your competitors, about your audience, about your future customers, about purpose and goals of your website. If you're making something simple, like a portfolio, you don't need to gather a lot of info. You just look for other portfolios, feel the trends of today, get inspired and make something for yourself. But if you're making something bigger, like a website for a service or even the online store, you need to gather a little bit more info to understand how your customers feels like, what website they visit and what they want. By the end of this step, you got a small brief that shows your future website, its goals, its purposes, shows how your customers looks like, and got a list of the links of websites that you like and the websites that inspires you. That's later on it will help you with the design. Step 2 is prototyping. In prototype look like this. Basically it's a skeleton or the map of the future website which puts every element on its place, like headers, text, photos, menus, pages and all that stuff. If the future website is big, you need a sitemap with each page, and you need to decide earlier which content you need to put on each page. That helps in development and increases the speed of design on the next steps. For making prototypes, I recommend, for simple one, I recommend Mockups and Marvel-Up. For more professional one, it's Axure. Also, you can make a prototype in Figma if you use Figma or Sketch, and I love it the most. And moving to the next step, here comes the design. Step 3. I separate this step on 2 stages. Stage 1 is making the basic concept of the website. On this stage, I'm trying to show the client how the future website will look like using first 1 or 2 scrolls, like first 2 blocks. Talking about the fonts, colors, style of images and the whole feel of the website. On this stage we need to decide the color palette, all these small details that belongs more to taste and the feeling of the website. After we make a concept of the design, we move to the stage 2, where we make the rest of the design. In the end of the stage, you got the file with the design. If the designer make the website in Photoshop, it's PSD file or Figma or Sketch file, and you take this file and send it to coders, and we move to the next stage. Step 4, coding. On this step, you take the design file, send it to coders, and the coder turns it to the code, HTML code plus CSS, which looks like, for you it will look like a folder or an archive with the code with your site. After that, you put your website online using the hosting, and you connect the domain name to your website, so your website can be found in the internet by the domain name. Actually, you can ask your coder to help you with the hosting and domain name, and if you need more info about that, you can ask me in comments to make new video about that. Anyway, plenty of info in the internet you can find. And the last step, step 5, it's launching and monitoring. After your coder put your website online, actually it's already launched, now you monitor. You can connect analytics to your website and see how the customers move around the website, how they behave, do they purchase the things you sell, do they leave contact info, all that stuff you need to monitor for few days or sometimes forever. and always change your website according to the behavior of your customer. But if you just made a small website like a portfolio, just enjoy how it feels like and just enjoy your website being online. How long does each step takes? Let's discuss it on the average website, like company website, like 5-pager. Step 1, gathering information, takes from 1 to 5 days, depending on the speed of the company you're working with, the size of the agency you're working with, and if you're making it alone, depending on you. In my agency, it takes 2 days on step 1. If the project is bigger, it takes more. Step 2, the prototyping, takes from 4 days to a week, or sometimes 2 weeks if the project is really big and it needs a lot of thinking, a lot of site mapping, a lot of UI, which is user interface thinking, how the user will walk around the website if it's like complex service, but usually it takes not more than a week. Step 3, design, takes for the average website, it takes from the weeks or to 2 weeks. Depending on, again, the complexity of the design. The step 4, coding and programming, takes around a week, from 2 days if it's 1-pager, to 2 weeks if it's like complex surveys. And last step, launching and monitoring, takes 1 day for launch, like 1 hour for launch, whatever, and for monitoring it depends on the complexity of the website. It takes from 2 to 3 weeks for an average website to be cooked and prepared. Thank you for watching. Please push likes for new videos, leave comments if you need any topics to be discussed. See you later. Bye.